We did have multiple tornado warnings last night, as we mentioned, as those severe storms moved through. The National Weather Service now confirms a tornado did touch down in Arlington, where we spotted a lot of damage. We know 3 people were taken to the hospital with minor injuries, and dozens of families have been displaced. Much of the mess is near the Burger Box on South Cooper Street, and that's where Nicole is live this morning. And Nicole, I know that I know this area. I'm very familiar with it, and I know that they had just finished remodeling that Burger Box, I would say within the last several weeks, maybe a month or so. And now, looking at the damage behind you, I mean, it looks all but destroyed.
Absolutely, Karen. The damage here is definitely widespread, from metal strewn about to this building almost completely damaged.
We were just putting our skateboards back in the car, and we got inside the car because like some dust or wind came here. So we got in the car and it started raining. We pushed us all the way up in the car, and the car started shaking.
The storms made a mess of several areas in Arlington. The heavy rain weakened some roofs and caused several to partially collapse at apartments, a commercial building, and churches. That's according to the Arlington Fire Department, who responded to several emergency calls. There were also several reports of gas leaks in the area. The Burger Box damage speaks for itself. You can see some planters were blown over and the sign completely destroyed. Patrick Harris found himself right in the middle of it.
I was just sitting there ordering like double meat cheeseburgers, some ice cream. With a little rain going on, you know what I'm saying? They just all of a sudden just crashed down on them. Yeah. They never seen nothing like that before.
And we have seen Arlington police officers driving around, making sure everything is okay in this area. They do tell me, as you mentioned, Karen, there have been reports of minor injuries, but fortunately nothing too serious. Now we're live in Arlington this morning. Nicole Jacobs. Karen, back into you.
Yeah, that is the good news, Nicole. Thank you. People living at the Water Dance apartments not far from there do have a lot of cleanup ahead of them. The damage is extensive, as you can see. Part of the roof here was blown off one building and then slammed into the building beside it. Other units just down from those look pretty much the same. A lot of windows are shattered, doors blown in. We spoke to some people living there shortly after it happened, and they say the whole thing caught them by surprise.
It was all over within like 30 seconds.
It was quick. I had just pulled up. Trying to get out. They said it was a tornado. But who knows?
The good news, residents tell us they think everyone was able to get out safely. Arlington Fire Department says 75 families in those 3 apartment buildings, including Water Dance, or apartment complexes, I should say, including Water Dance, are displaced this morning. Now, a little more than a mile from there, crews taped off some businesses on Colorado Lane. It looks as if some of the awnings blew off the building, smashed into cars in the parking lot. If your morning commute takes you in this area, just be extra cautious on the roads. Lieutenant Richard Fagan, a spokesman for the Arlington Fire Department, spoke with us during our 10 o'clock newscast last night, shortly after the storms passed through. Their crews spent much of the night assessing the damage, and they say 7 buildings have collapsed.
Some of these, as they get on scene, they're reported as partial collapses. It could be roofs, it could be walls bulging, or roofs sagging, and it could be in awnings. But as they come in, there is a threat, and they must be assessed.
If you do come across anything, be sure to alert authorities and don't get close to the damage. Down power lines could still be live, and some structures may still be unstable. Now, anytime we are expecting strong storms to roll through, you can count on the free CBS DFW weather app to keep you updated on the latest watches and warnings, and you can find that app in the App Store.